So this picture, I got it in college. It was actually, this photographer was having like a, I don't know, a museum art setup, and so like the promotional poster for this photographer was sitting on the bulletin board at college, and so I stole it. I waited until after the event, and then I was like, they don't need this anymore. I'm taking it with me, and I took it home and framed it. And it's this picture by a guy named Robert Park Harris, and there's a man, and he is board by board building a bridge across a lake, and he is in the middle of the lake, no board in front of him, board in his hand, hammer in his hand, and he's building this bridge. And I think that in life, in entrepreneurship, and whatever you want to accomplish, and I call that what matters most, right? And I believe that you set your intentions on what matters most in your life, and it's out there. The problem is we don't know how to get there. Like, we have no idea how to get there. And there are people, there are who's in our life who can help us get there. But the reality is when we set out on a journey of what fills our heart with hope, we don't really know how to get there. But are we willing to put some boards on our back? Are we willing to take a hammer, and are we willing to take the next step forward, even though it's scary, even though it's difficult? And when I talk about your 1 second of strength, your 1 second of strength is the power in 1 second to overcome any emotion that is holding you back on your journey. And sometimes those emotions are these limiting beliefs. You talk man-made mountains, right? Well, a man-made mountain is nothing more than a limiting belief that we have put in our way to limit our potential and limit our growth, right? We're getting across that lake, or we're getting in the middle of the lake and going, I don't have any boards. I don't have any nails. I don't have any. Well, what if I take another couple steps and there's a couple of waves? What are these things that are going to limit me and hold me back? And the reality is that, yeah, those things are always there. But do you have the courage? Do you have one moment, one little second of strength where you can swing that hammer one more time? Can you just one more time try a little bit harder? Can you not retreat? Can you just say, I am good enough to take one little step forward? And I believe that everybody, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a parent, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, or you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter if you're CEO of a company. It doesn't matter who you are. I know you have 1 second, just one little second to change your life. And so this picture on the wall, to me, it literally sits right next to my desk. And in those moments of, bleh, like we're sitting there, like everybody, every entrepreneur knows, like there are days where you're sitting there going, this sucks. What is happening here, right? And in that moment, I can just glance up at the wall and go, but I'm pretty sure I got one more board in me. I got one more nail. I can go one more step and make that call, make that contact, jump on a podcast, whatever it is, to further my life, my mission, God's mission, to further somebody else's life. Because if we are in business, if we are doing something that fills our soul, it better be to fill someone else's soul as well. Because if it doesn't, it's going to be very self-fulfilling and it's not going to last. So can you put one more board down to change somebody else's life as well? So
if you want to keep learning from videos like this one, I recommend you check out this video right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast conversation, you can click here.